ABC, how's it going? Right, okay. Yeah, I've got Poly Records to show. This is all stuff that I picked up during the course of this year, which I haven't shown in previous videos, and it's all reggae. So if reggae is not your thing, then yep, don't worry about it. But if it is, hopefully there's something of interest for you. So this is what I'm listening to in the background, and hopefully you can hear this. This for me is one of the albums of the year so far. This is Sounds Almighty by Nat Birchall. Nat Birchall is a Manchester-based jazz musician. Obviously, he plays saxophone. He put out an album earlier in the year which was a full-on spiritual jazz record. This is totally different. This is roots reggae. It's got a dub feel in places. Features Vin Gordon, aka Don Drummond Jr. An absolutely stunning roots reggae album. If this is your thing, I say it's whole instrumental. If this is your thing, check it out. I can't recommend this enough. So yeah, cool. Right, okay. Now, I mentioned earlier in the year that I went into a charity shop in Nottingham in the UK, and they had a load of reggae stuff. Now, from what I've been back there since, from what I understand, I think it's basically the shop rents out a table to a dealer who just specialises in reggae stuff. It's predominantly reggae 12 inches, but there's a good chunk of albums in there at all times as well. This is why I went in the shop in the first place. This was hanging in the window. This is Joe Higgs' Life of Contradiction. Now, Joe Higgs, if you know anything about reggae, you'll probably know that he's sometimes referred to as the godfather of reggae. He put out one of the first reggae singles as a tune called Oh Manny Oh, which was credited to Higgs and Wilson. One of the first reggae singles because it was recorded in Jamaica, pressed in Jamaica, and sold in the tens of thousands. Following that, he's also credited for putting together the Wailers, just purely because he used to mentor young singers, and in doing so put together Bunny Wailer, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley. Yeah, so an important figure in reggae history. This album, his debut album, didn't come out until the mid-70s, albeit I didn't realise until I looked at Wikipedia earlier on today that it was actually recorded quite a way before that. I think it was recorded in 71, 72, but Chris Blackwell, Island Records, didn't think it was something that was going to be easily marketed, so it sat on the shelves for a few years. But yeah, this is a lovely record. I had never heard this before. I know when I put a picture of this on the Facebook page, a lot of people commented about how they got other sort of later pressings of this, particularly I think the Pressure Sounds a reissue of this. I'd never heard it before, so I was just pleased to get a copy. This is an original UK press on the Ground Nation label, 1976. Lovely stuff. Right, okay. Another charity shop find. This was from Oxfam, where I am in the Midlands. Yeah, this is Burning Spear, Social Living. Now, this was 1978 on Island Records also. Now, his Marcus Garvey album gets all the attention. It's the record that everybody knows. This is the follow-up, and I think this is just as good. Socially conscious, roots reggae, stunning stuff. It's just all about the feel of the music to this. You know, it's not about the melody, it's about the feel, it's about the message. Yeah, I absolutely love this album, played it to death. There's a lot of Bunny Spear stuff that I don't have, and I'm going to have to pick it up because, as I say, the few albums of his that I do have been on sort of heavy rotation recently. So yeah, cool stuff. Right, okay. Now this is an album I purchased from a record shop in Stratford upon Avon, going back 3 or 4 months now. This is an album by Jar Lion, Columbia Collie. Now, for all intents and purposes, this is a Lee Perry album. Jar Lion is Jar Lloyd. I think Lee Perry basically sort of rechristened him Jar Lion for the purposes of this album, for this release. But yeah, this is a Lee Perry production, recorded at Black Ark Studios. Versions on here of Fever. There's the version of Police and Thieves on here. Yeah, it's an absolutely outstanding record, and this is in lovely condition as well. What label is this on? This, oh yeah, there you go, Island Records, 1976. Really pleased to find that. Okay, a nice cheapie from a local charity shop. I think I paid £3 for this. This is Aswad, live and direct, recorded in 1983 at the Notting Hill Carnival. I really like all the Aswad records from this period, late 70s, early 80s. I don't think you can go wrong. British reggae at its best. Yeah, this has got, obviously it's a live record, it's just got such a good fun time feel to it, you know. Finishes with a medley of various dancehall and party tunes, so yeah, definitely recommend that. And it's a cheapie, that, as you can get that on Discogs for 3 or 4 quid. Very cool. Right, okay, something I bought right at the beginning of the year. This is Dillinger, Marijuana in My Brain. Yeah, now Dillinger, I mean, I like the music, I like the stuff. I really like the sort of mid-70s album with Cocaine in My Brain on it. What's it called? I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, I'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, and it just seems a shame that he sort of got stuck in this rut, doing this similar sort of vein stuff. This is 1978, I believe. Features obviously Sly and Robbie, as you'd expect. Arranged by Tommy McCook. I mean, it's a nice record, recorded at Channel 1. But yeah, not essential. Nice, but not essential on the Jamaica Sound label. Right, a little bit of British reggae. This is late 70s, Point of View by Matumbi, featuring Dennis Bavell. Nice record, not the best reggae stuff from this period, but still really nice. I love that image on the back there. I bought this from a car boot sale, same time as this. This is a late 80s Frankie Paul album. Give Me That Feeling, also pretty nice. Yeah, some nice covers on there. Now, the guy that I bought these off made me laugh actually, because he's a guy that always sells reggae stuff at a local car boot sale. But when I started going through his records, the stuff on the top of the pile was wet. So I think I don't know what happened, but he'd obviously put his records on top of the car or whatever. But it was just a bit grim to the first record that you pick up, the sleeve is soaking wet. Fortunately, this stuff towards the bottom of the pile had, whether it was dry or whether it had dried out, I don't know. But yeah, these are only cheap, and yeah, once again, this is an album you can pick up for 3 or 4 quid. But yeah, nice enough stuff. Right, okay. Yeah, a few 12 inches. I showed Dennis Brown Sitting and Watching recently on LP. This is the 12 inch of that on the Taxi label. Same tune, but the dub on the flip is great. This is a 12 that I picked up at car boot sale as well. Sick and Tired with Take Care of Yourself by Junior English on the flip. Now this is a label I wasn't too familiar with. This is Federation of Reggae Music, which I believe was an Irish label. But yeah, both sides of that 12, absolutely great. Right, another reggae find from this is from last month or so. Dennis Brown and John Holt, Wildfire. Now this is an album that I've passed on many times purely because of that appalling cover, but Doug at Fat City Vinyl showed it recently and mentioned how good it was. So I bit the bullet and picked it up, and it's a lovely mid 80s reggae record. All of the tunes are great vocals. It's very much of its time from the production point of view, but if you don't mind that, no problem at all. Nice record. Right, okay, and just finally another 12 inch. This is Al Campbell, You and Me, on the Joe Gibbs music label. Get it right around. I love the fact that it's in the company sleeve as well. The track's okay. The flip is much better. It's the instrumental dub version by Joe Gibbs and the Professionals, which is very nice. It's only a few quid, but cool stuff. Anyway, cheers.